Hello everybody, and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we are taking a look at some of the most random, wacky, and weird cartoons of the 80s. And some of these you may not have even known about. The 80s, the golden age of cartoons, a time where you weren't sure if you were watching an artistic acid trip interpretation or the most badass cartoon of your childhood. These are in no particular order, and at the end, let me know in the comments down below which one of these cartoons is your favorite, or if you'd like to nominate some you think are even more out of this world. And if you enjoy this type of content, please hit that like button down below and tap that bell icon to get notified every time I upload. Let's get it on. Number 10. Turbo Teen. Turbo Teen was an animated series running for 13 episodes where we follow Brett Matthews, a teenager with the ability to transform into a sports car. During a thunderstorm, Brett swerved and crashed into a secret government laboratory where he and his red sports car are accidentally exposed to a molecular beam, fusing them together, and as a result, gains the ability to morph into a car when exposed to extreme heat, and revert into his human form when exposed to extreme cold.
I'm getting hot.
With this new power, Brett and his girlfriend Patty, a freelance reporter, take fooling around in the backseat to a whole new level. Nah, I'm just kidding, but if you kind of think of it, it's kind of funny. Along with his best friend mechanic Alex and Brett's dog Rusty, the group go on crime-fighting adventures together and solve mysteries. Apart from trying to return Brett to normal, a mysterious villain named Dark Rider, who drives a monster truck, seeks to capture Brett in order to find the secret behind his abilities.
Can the boy in the car be one?
Number 9. Banana Man.
Banana Man, ever alert for the call to action.
Banana Man gets his strength from eating bananas, but before he eats a banana, Banana Man is a young boy named Eric who is determined to keep his alter ego a secret.
I'll raise you 20 gobstoppers.
His best friend is a crow who brings bananas to him when they are needed for extra strength. Banana Man is a fictional character, first appearing in British comic books back in 1980 as a superhero parody.
Now what's all this about cancelling the midnight movie?
And between 1983 and 1986, the Banana Man cartoon aired in the United Kingdom for 3 seasons with a total of 40 episodes. He is essentially a banana Batman with powers similar to Superman, saving the world from the likes of the Weatherman and General Blight. Later, Banana Man aired in the United States for a short while by Nickelodeon Cable Network as a companion piece to Danger Mouse. Number 8. Count Duckula.
Count Duckula.
Count Duckula was a British animated series created as a spin-off from Danger Mouse, a series in which Count Duckula was a reoccurring villain. Count Duckula aired for 65 episodes for a total of 4 seasons in the UK, with only the first season being released in North America. Count Duckula comes from a long line of vampire ducks who can be resurrected and reincarnated with little to no memory of their past life. However, the latest reincarnation did not go according to plan, and instead of using blood for the ritual, ketchup was accidentally used, and the reincarnated vampire duck became a vegetarian without fangs, preferring vegetables over blood.
Disaster, doom, debacle, and drat it all, why me, why?
The series follows Count Duckula's adventures in search of fame and fortune to become an entertainer with the help of his castle that is able to teleport him around the world. Duckula's servant Igor also attempts many times to turn Duckula into a proper bloodthirsty vampire. Other episodes feature monsters, creatures, and Duckula's nemesis, Dr. Von Goosewing, a vampire hunter who refuses to believe Duckula is harmless. Number 7. Attack of the Killer Tomatoes. This one is technically from the 90s, but the premise of this cartoon goes way back and is too incredible not to mention on this list. Attack of the Killer Tomatoes was an American animated television series based on the movies Attack of the Killer Tomatoes from 1978 and Return of the Killer Tomatoes from 1988. It aired for 2 seasons with a total of 21 episodes.
Who said I got a plan?
You did, just now.
Oh, yes. Yes.
The original film Attack of the Killer Tomatoes was a parody of the giant monster movies of the 1950s and became a cult hit, which was followed up with Return of the Killer Tomatoes. The cartoon series picks up 5 years after the Great Tomato War, in a world where tomatoes are now banned. However, that has not stopped Dr. Gangrene from experimenting, whose prime goal is world domination. Tara, a tomato-turned-human, runs away from Gangrene, taking along her brother, FT, a fur-covered tomato, whom she passes off as a dog.
Dr. Gangrene's assistant. My dog is busy.
They befriend Chad, nephew of the Great Tomato War veteran, who, after saving the pair from a tomato attack, gets Tara a job at his uncle's tomatoless pizza parlor. She shares their secret with Chad regarding the two of them being tomatoes, and Chad vows to help them against whatever gangrene has planned. Number 6. Kid Video. Kid Video is an American cartoon series running for 26 episodes for a total of 2 seasons. It's giving me rockin', it's getting me moving on. We follow Kid Video and his band of the same name, who were practicing in a storage unit when an animated villain named Master Blaster appeared and transported them to Master Blaster's home dimension, a cartoon world called the Flip Side.
I'm taking you to the flip side.
Master Blaster plans to use them as his musical slaves forever! But they were rescued by a fairy named Glitter and spent each episode of the series either helping to free the inhabitants of the Flip Side from Master Blaster's rule or trying to find a way back to the real world. The show was dominated by an MTV-esque music video theme where each episode featured an action sequence set to a popular song. Each episode also ended with a live-action music video by Kid Video themselves. The band was created specifically for the show, who performed their own songs, and they provided the voices to their cartoon counterparts. Number 5. RUBIK the Amazing Cube.
Hello, my name is RUBIK.
RUBIK the Amazing Cube was a 30-minute Saturday morning animated series which ran for 13 episodes between September and December of 1983. The show featured a magic Rubik's Cube named RUBIK, who could fly and had magical powers but could only come alive when the colored squares on his sides had been matched up. Not too sure why the puzzle cube had to have a Gollum-esque face. Heck, I would have preferred a kind pair of eyes along with a monocle and a mustache. The cube had fallen out of a stagecoach of an evil magician who became the main villain of the series, and it's up to a group of kids along with the help of RUBIK to foil the magician's attempts to recover him. However, not all shows featured the evil magician and instead focused on coming-of-age topics like growing up and bullying. Number 4. Gilligan's Planet.
Here on Gilligan's Star Planet.
Talk about not giving it a rest. Really? Gilligan's Planet? Okay. Gilligan's Planet was an American animated series airing for 13 episodes and produced by Filmation. It was actually the second animated spin-off of the sitcom Gilligan's Island, the first being The New Adventures of Gilligan. And interestingly, was one of the last 1980s cartoons to be fitted with an adult laugh track, as this practice had almost completely died off at that point.
Here, Renty. I think I got it, Skipper.
Gilligan's Planet featured all of the original actors but one, Tina Louise, who played Ginger Grant. Gilligan's Planet is based on the premise that the professor had managed to build a spaceship to get the castaways off the island, because building a spaceship is so much more convenient than building a boat. However, they rocketed into space and crash-landed on an unknown planet that supported human life. Instead of encounters with other shipwrecked people and headhunters, aliens and mysterious creatures took their place. Because the rocket was severely damaged in the crash, the professor resumed his attempts to repair their only way home. Number 3. BIGFOOT and the Muscle Machines. BIGFOOT and the Muscle Machines is an animated TV miniseries that aired on the half-hour TV series Super Sunday and Super Saturday, containing 9 segments that ran for 6 minutes each, with shows like Gem, Robotics, and Inhumanoids. In 1985, all the episodes were combined into a 53-minute film. The story follows 5 people who run a monster truck show led by Yank Justice, driver of Bigfoot, and a few others like Red and Redder, the twin sister drivers, Professor D, and Close McCall, the driver of Warlord.
Would you stop hamming it up?
But their world is turned upside down when a totally random woman named Jennifer steals an ancient map that leads to the Fountain of Youth in Florida from an elderly corrupt billionaire named Mr. Big, who hires a gang of henchmen to kill Yank and his friends and retrieve the map.
I cannot hear your excuses, Mr. Sly.
In the end, Mr. Big finds the fountain and is turned into a young man, but Yank and the others destroy the fountain with their trucks. As Mr. Big flees, swearing revenge, the effects of the fountain wear off, and he is turned back into his old self, while unknowingly walking into an alligator-infested swamp. Conveniently, an earthquake suddenly forms a large crevice, revealing tons of gold and jewels. Well, that worked out well. Number 2. The California Raisin Show. There's nothing kids like more than watching a bunch of dehydrated grapes navigate their way through the ups and downs of being a famous musical group. Intended to boost sales of the mini red boxes of raisins, this 13-episode animated cartoon series was based off the famous fictional claymation advertising campaign featuring a group of anthropomorphic raisins infused with rhythm, soul, and blues. The show takes place in a world populated by anthropomorphic fruits and vegetables and focuses on the main characters, the California Raisins, AC, Bebop, Stretch, and Red.
I'll say one thing, this is where the best record shops are. I'm with you, leader man.
Each episode featured at least one or more songs and followed the group's adventures through stardom, like dealing with song thieves, creating music videos, traveling to new gigs, and even being appointed kings by a neighboring kingdom to duel Sir Garlic, who is very, very mean.
I'm Sir Garlic, punk, but you can call me Herb.
And number 1, Pandemonium. Running for 13 episodes, this Marvel production cartoon most likely won't be getting its own live-action movie adaptation anytime soon. However, this cartoon needs recognition for its out-of-this-world concept. 2 humans team up with 3 talking panda bears, Chesty, Timothy, and Algernon, who take on an evil telekinetic wizard alien named Mondragor.
I'll see to it that their luck will all be bad.
The 3 pandas have the ability to combine like Voltron to form the powerful Papa Panda. Shh, just go with it. The evil alien wizard attempted to steal an ancient object called the Pyramid of Power, and tragically, the pyramid shattered into many pieces, scattering them all around the world and in turn imbuing some pandas with magic.
Thought we were pandas. Quiet, we're in enough trouble.
Oh dear, I knew it.
Papa Panda.
It's a race to see if the alien wizard or siblings Peter and Peggy, along with their 3 panda companions, will be able to get all the pyramid pieces first. Sadly, the show was cancelled before all the pieces of the pyramid were successfully collected by the human panda team. So I hope you all enjoyed this list. There are tons of awesomely weird 80s cartoons that could have been on this list, but alas, there are only 10 spots here. So let me know which cartoon you think has the most weird concept in the comments down below. So please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. I come with new videos every week. Come check me out on social media and help support the channel on Patreon. So thank you guys so much for watching, and stay legendary.